hearing that, I experienced that, and it was like kind of a culture shock. Like nobody didn't call me American when I was like walking down the street here. It was like, no, you black, but when I'm outside the country, I'm American to everyone else. So.
I saw a documentary about that as well. About people in other countries, they see them like it's not the whole black and white thing is not as important as it is like in American. If you're in whatever country, I guess like Britain, then you're just British. Like it's not like there's not as many labels as here where it's like. And then I even seen something that said that like Latinos, they don't even go by Hispanic. That's like an American word that we made for them. Like they don't even identify themselves as Hispanic. So like I think America, we just really like, and we just created these boxes just to fill out, like to say, oh, you're black.
For census.
Like you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're this, you're that. No, we're supposed to all be American.
That's what our passport said. Everybody got a passport. We got the same thing on there.
Exactly.
American. That's it.
Sheesh. So I mean, when you say that, it's kind of hard. I this elder popped the question, and he said, a lion is originally from what continent?
Africa.
Okay, so if you take a lion, 2 lions, a girl and a boy lion, and you deport them or transport them over to, let's say, Australia, and these 2 lions have cubs, are they Australian lions or are they African lions?
The Australian lions of African descent.
Oh, okay.
Well said, girl.
Yeah, that was a good analogy right there, and that was a good answer also. Cause I tell my students that
bang bang.
we gonna get to this relationship because I want to hear some advice about some relationships too. But what I tell my students is that don't deny, because they, sometimes they look at like, oh, America is not me. I ain't from America. I'm like, no. You're just as American as anybody else that has a passport that's from America. Absolutely. Nobody's more American than you. The Tea Party is not more American than you. Nobody's really more American. Everybody, if you're born here, you are just as American. I think that we have to buy into that. I read, it's a great poem that I went over. This went over my students' head because they 6th grade. But it's by Langston Hughes. It's called "We Too Sing America." He rips that thing about like, how dare you act like you're not a part of the growth of this country? You are the epitome of diversity and the American dream, coming from nothing and not having anything and making it and having opportunity to do so many different things. So it was like, when I read that, and I'm 35, I first read it this summer. I was like, how did I did not hear this? So I always say that, like, to say that, because some people think they're way more Americans than everybody else. And some people concede that to them, like, okay, yeah, you are more American than I am. No. My grandfather, my grandmom, I wouldn't be here if they didn't sacrifice what they did. I'd be damned if I give it up to somebody else, just be like, oh yeah, well, they did all that, but I'm from Liberia. No, I'm not. I mean, my roots are there, but I was born here, and I think they toiled too much and got too much of their ass whooped for me to get that up and be like, all right, well,
Right.
I'm not going to do that. But that's just my point about that.
Yeah,
I want some advice from y'all about, we can segue to these relationships, I thought that's what this is going to be about.
Well,
we need help.
Well, I'll segue. I'll close it out. This is. I said this yesterday, so I appreciate being in America. I appreciate it, but I'm not proud to be an American. Not right now, and that's just my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't put that. I don't expect anybody to feel like me, but I'm not proud when I cross other territories, I'm not proud of what I'm coming from, but I appreciate it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not saying, listen, send me to Liberia.
No.
I'm not on that time.
Yeah, we over there.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Exactly. I'm cool. Like, yeah,
Liberia.
Well, this has been a hard summer.
Peace to the guys in Liberia. I'm not trying to go there.
Yeah.
But
This has been a hard summer as an American citizen to watch the events of our nation unfold on
Big
TV
screen, yeah.
and our phones and on our
It's a mess.
Facebook and to
It's
see
a
what's
mess.
happening.
But it
Not
can happen
to-
because
not
it's
to-
America.
I'm sorry, not to, I'm gonna pause you really quick.
Go ahead.
And you all know this because you guys keep up with your facts. But China has denounced us as an allegiance. They say we can't deal with you. You have race issues, and this is coming from a nation that they're killing folks.
Hold on.
You didn't know that?
Listen, no. I heard somebody say that, but listen, no. Did they say no? They didn't say that. No, they didn't. They didn't denounce America. No, they didn't. Brent, are you telling me they did that?
Listen, yo, the prime minister was on TV, son. Unless
Yo.
listen, and we don't have no time for that.
Yeah, that's
But
a what with the what.
That's a whole nother podcast.
But-
I'm gonna let Sabra continue.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I just think
Exactly.
it's,
Reality check.
as an American, it's hard to see what's going. You think that people are as forward thinking as you hope that people in the country throughout have risen and have grown and have unpacked their prejudices and thought about our history as a country and how it's affecting us and how the way to grow as a country, and to see what we've seen with citizens and police officers and the prejudices, and it's been such a disappointment as an American to see when we thought we were making strides, we're actually standing still.
Well,
And in some cases almost feeling like we're going in reverse. But this is that kind of event, these kinds of events that have been brought to light through social media actually is the growing pain. So I feel like there's hope, and as an American citizen and as a person of the world, I hope
there you go.
that growth is happening. So that's a very American trait to be hopeful
Yeah.
for our
And
future.
that's-
For your father,
Yeah.
I mean, you have
Like-
your part.
Right.
If you want to even speak on that,
That's
Right.
been my thing with all of this is like the human condition's a little bit an us and them thing. So a lot of what's been happening in America and what has been grotesquely brought to our attention, I guess, in mass media is all about like that us and them, trying to create an us and them factor. And I think
Yeah.
we as just global citizens, the us and them thing is a global issue. It's not an American issue, a Black American, White American, Latino American, Asian American. That's an issue all over the globe, from neighborhood to neighborhood. Like, unfortunately, the human species has not evolved to that one love place. We're not there. Like, that's an aspiration that we can all aspire to.
But I feel like as a country,
So to put us as a country, and I think as a country, we get brought into the spotlight. And this is a little bit to what I was saying earlier about being so happy about living in Philadelphia and feeling like really proud of living here and being in America. Is I am in a lot of ways a proud American. That's not to say that there's not an unfathomable amount of work that needs to be done, but America is a great place, and like we can get steps can be made, and I think steps are being made more here than in a lot of other places.
Most definitely.
But then again, I haven't traveled the world, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, we could. I'm just making a quick comment, but I totally agree because I think everything is perspective. You know, when I didn't that 4th of July weekend, that guy from Lando Castile got killed on like I think the 6th. I did not watch the news till like the 8th. Mm-hmm. Like it was like my personal experience. When I was going through, it was like bliss until I turned the TV on. And so we have to factor in the mass media. There's miracles and great things happening every single day. They do not report it.
Yeah,
so
live in the light.
Feel like, yo, this
live in the light.
Everybody's doing this. Everybody. So I'm like, yo, I didn't have that negative energy on me until I put that TV on. Yeah. Like I said, Vermont can have a lot of diversity added to the country, to the state. But when I was there, when I was at it, I didn't even pick up on none of that. But until when I turned on the TV, I started seeing Facebook. I started seeing people post about this. It's like, there was so much negativity. I'm like, the media is driving these topics. Not that they're not happening.
It's
sensationalizing. There's a lot of bad things happening, but there's also a lot of good things happening. But when you turn that TV on, it's Donald Trump on 24/7. It's Donald Trump. What he's saying? It's like, no, why y'all drilling this stuff into? This is 24/7. It's like I'm being brainwashed into thinking like. Me and Brandon, you know how we talk all the time. We look at stuff different. We go out. We don't have none of that. You know, we got friends of every race and everything. And I don't really be having those. I be having good connections every day. I have a few negative ones. But when you turn on the TV, you would think that we're living in World War III.
Yeah, it's truth, man.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah, it's coming.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, you
so
know.
Like, go ahead.
Hey, so let's turn the page a little bit. And,
we need another segment on this topic because I had a lot to say. But go ahead.
Yeah, hey, that's a heavy, dude.
Hey, I was fishing for something to talk about. I think I
found it.
Found the right thing, man. All right, man. So all right, I'm gonna pose one question. We had a couple on the podcast before. We have our first married couple. So praises up to them, you know what I'm saying? Give us some, some
round of applause.
Soul claps.
Really good job.
Represent us. And, I admire them as a couple. Every time I'm around them, they don't know this, but I'm trying to get energy all the time, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get the secret code. So what it is
911.
What makes it tick? So the first question I want to pose to everybody, and so Armand and I and Kristen, we're legally single. If
you were asked,
right?
Legally,
if I was asked. Technically, you guys are, you're the stance that we're looking at. You're the standard we're looking at.
We file jointly.
Yeah. All right. So, this is the first thing we're going to pose. Is the concept of marriage dead in 2016?
Well, we've been married since 2000, so it's hard to speak to what... And that's an interesting thing. Like, I'm 41. So I'm a little bit older.
Still looking 30.
Yeah. Good genes. Thanks, Dad. So we've been married since 2000. So it's hard to say, is marriage dead in 2016? Because we've been married since 2000. And by and large, like, this has been a pretty easy ride, all in all. Like, we get along pretty well. Now I am a man, so things are typically a little bit easier for me. Like, there's food in the fridge, the lights are on. Okay, I'm happy. But no, I don't think marriage is dead in 2016, man. I think marriage really comes down to, like, when Sabra and I found each other, and both of us come from some funky backgrounds. Like, I was a very young man when I met her. But I was at a point in my life where I was done with the bullshit. I was done playing games with girls. And I wanted something genuine. And I met Sabra. And we